now, if I come in here and I look at 429.012x, if I cat 201.204.26233 tab complete. Notepad return need to set password to Cisco123 instead of changing. Because I put a keylogger on that system. So anything you do on that system, I now have. Alright? This is why the network security stuff and the system security stuff and firewalling, and when we talk about cryptography, and we talk about locking down systems, and we talk about controls and audit classes, and we talk about all the things you should be doing are so important. Okay? Quite literally, this took me all of about 45 minutes to learn. And I've taught it to you in about 20 minutes. Right? It doesn't take a 16-year-old or 15-year-old kid that much longer to learn it either. Okay? Now, I've done this in a lab environment. I've done it in a controlled environment. I have not broken any laws or done anything illegal. Okay? Taught you I've taught you this for the sole purposes of kind of proving a point of why the network security pieces and system security pieces of what we teach in curriculum is so very important. Because I've had too many students go through and say, yeah, okay, fine, Professor Brownie, I need to know, I need a firewall and access list, and yada, 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 yada. Great, whatever. Okay, it's all fun and games until somebody steals something, because it's not hard to do. Okay, because, oh, geez, I didn't need to patch that 2003 server. It just works. It works. Don't touch it. It works. Can't tell you how many times I've heard that from management that just don't know what the heck they're talking about. It's not broke. Don't fix it. It is broke. We have to fix it. Okay. I did not do this on a live production system because if I had, I would have broken probably at least a half a dozen federal laws. Okay? So, if you want to learn this stuff for the mere practice of becoming a penetration tester so that when clients hire you to do this, they give you they make you sign the non-disclosure agreements, they give you the contracts, they give you the permission to do so. That's fine. You just don't go out here into the wild that we call the internet and do this. Because when you do, that's when the forensics piece comes in. .NET runtime error. Security. Security audit logs. Anonymous logon. Wow. That doesn't look right. There's a telltale sign that something's wrong. Let me dig a little bit deeper. Okay. System. Ooh, why do I have all these errors? What's happening here? Time provider, that's an NTP client, that's not that big of a deal. Service control manager, web proxy auto discovery service, entered stop state. Why do I have all kinds of problems happening on my system? I know what's going on. System detected the network adapter back into the security logs. Oh, looky here. What I get? You left a trace. I got your IP. If I can get your IP, I can start backtracking everything. Find out where that came from. Now this is a private IP, obviously it's on my network. Alright? But it had to come from somewhere. Right? So even if you came from a zombie, right? Even if you came from a zombie, I still got you. Okay? I still got you. Now what I can do, if I know what I'm doing, I can dig in, get access to these logs, delete them, cover my tracks. A lot of 15, 16-year-old kids won't know to do that. Right? A lot of people won't know how to do that. So that's why the auditing piece and the forensics piece that we teach in other classes is so critical. Because you will come across at some point in your career, if you stay in the security field, a incident. Alright? And you need to understand and be trained and be aware of how to not just clean up of that incident, but audit it, try to dig up as much information as possible. Okay? Alright? This is more network forensics than it is digital forensics. Okay? Digital forensics, you're dealing with hard drives, you're dealing with what I like to call, in digital forensics, I like to say that digital forensics people are more like the coroner. They come in after the body's cold and they got to figure out what happened. I'm more like the detective. I'm the network forensics guy. Or I'm more like the cop walking the beat. I want to find you as stuff happens. Okay? Because if I can catch you red-handed, and stop the attack and find out where you're coming from and find you, all right, it's going to be a lot easier to put you in jail for a very long time. It is. Because I have corroborating data. Because when the police come and the FBI come knocking on your door to arrest you and you're still behind the keyboard, we got you. We got all the network forensics to back it up, and then we got the digital forensics on your hard drive as well. Yeah, beat that rap. Questions on this? Fun stuff? Cool stuff? Informative stuff? Alright. We're shifting gears now. We've kind of gone through the first 3 labs where we've gone to the defensive piece. Now we're going to kind of, the rest of the course is going to be kind of revolved around attacking, logging, and network forensics. We're going to play around with a little bit of Wireshark. We're going to play around with Splunk. We're going to play around with logging in Lab 4 and the attack piece in Lab 5. So it's going to get a lot it's going to get a little bit easier because it's more application based. It's not network like command line programming stuff. But you're going to have to pick up on some of these attacks, and you're going to have to understand kind of what you're doing. All right. The ethics piece is the piece that I want to push more than anything else. It's great, it's fun, it's cool to do this in a lab environment. I enjoy doing it. It's, you know, it's a blast. Don't ever do this in the wild without permission. All right? Because if you do, you will get caught, you will go to jail, and life at that point in time is not fun. Okay? Case in point, there's a gentleman who was on UAT's University of Advancing Technology Cyber Defense team 2 years ago. Came here, competed at the Western Regional. Met the guy, sharp kid, real bright kid, had a great future. got involved with some people, did some stuff, hacked into Sony, stole a bunch of stuff, and got caught. Did it from campus, not this campus, but in Arizona. Right? Funny part is, Sony Digital Media, I worked with them on a project when I was working at Paramount Pictures. And I knew the people in the IT department there in Culver City. Right? Later on that year, myself and Dr. Manson and some alumni worked with some folks at the FBI and did a tabletop exercise for them and some business leaders here in Southern California, including the LA County Sheriff's Department. So I'm the only person that, as that transpired, knew the victim, the perpetrator, and the arresting officers. Knew all three of them. Shook all their hands. When I read about that in the news, I went, wow, what a small world it is. What a very small world it is. So, this is a lot of fun stuff. Who wants to go into security? Anybody want to go into security when you grow up? No? Just taking this class to get by? I need an A.
Not much of it, just not a career. It's too boring for me.
Too boring? Okay, fine, fair enough. What about anybody else? No? Okay. Well, don't try this at home. Or if you try it at home, try it only at home. I have no questions. I'm done for the night. I will see you guys on Tuesday.